Hello, welcome to another review. Today we got Kamen Rider lock seeds. I don't actually collect the belt or the actual lock seeds, but I walked in the shop and Kuuga is my favorite Kamen Rider, and Hibiki was pretty awesome as well, and it just turns out that two of the most awesome riders are in the same set, so it tempted me and I picked them up. These are of course the candy toy versions. From what I understand, there are three different levels again, just like any other Kamen Rider sort of henshin toys. The candy toy versions are usually the crappest. They never have any LED lights. In case of Gaim memories and switches, they didn't have any LED lights. In case of medals, they'll make entirely out of plastic and had some really terrible sticker on the back, which sort of ruined the effect of it being a medal. And then you have the capsule toy versions for the medals, which has die-cast metal around the side. Gaim memories sound better. Switches had the LED lights in it, and to look better. And in case of Gaim, you have the candy version, which is just one button on the back, and of course if you do put it in the belt, you got the sword blade thing, which triggers the sounds. The capsule toy versions, you get the LED lights, and with the DX versions, you have three buttons on the back and the sensor and the LED lights, so you can do different functions and stuff. But for these, you get what you get. It's pretty much a bulky Gaim memory in a sense. So, I see how I have opened both these boxes actually. I just put them in the box just to show you what it's like. So, because I'll be taking photos, I won't be taking photos of these, no point. In this set you have the melon, or the watermelon, the mango, I think, on the nuts, one of the generic things, and Hibiki and Kuuga. It tells you on the bottom, you push it. One really biggest downside of this, if you're actually collecting lock seeds, is that the switch, the lock, actually defaults back to the first sound after you've activated something. So you gotta cycle through all the sounds to eventually get all the sounds you want, which can be slightly annoying. Because these things are also kind of limited in a sense, with Kuuga, you don't actually get any attack sounds. Hibiki you do, but in Kuuga you get all his different forms, but not any attack sounds. So when you open one of these boxes, you get this giant tray. These things are massive. If you're collecting these, it's such a pain. With medals were the best because they're so tiny in terms of collecting and displaying purposes. You just stack them up because they're coins. For me, still, my favourites are still Gaim memories because the sounds were limited, but were limitless. That's why they're still releasing more Gaim memories till now. I can't wait for that new. I have to somehow save up for that. It's extremely expensive big set of Gaim memories. Gaim memories, you can stack them, and they're tiny. They're like little sticks, so you can stack them and store them away very easily. You can do that with medals. Switches, you can't do that, and you can't do that with the wizard rings, and you definitely can't do that with these. These things are bulky, so there's no way in hell I'm going to collect any more of these, because I'm not a big Gaim fan, and I don't fancy having giant, big blocky things all over the house. In fact, I might sell these eventually as well. So when you do open the box, there's these dotted lines around the edges of the box that you can tear open, and inside it's just pretty much got all the warnings such and stuff printed there with all the different instructions, which I'm going to go through. Let's pull that out as well, so we'll get the Hibiki lock out. Now these things are a pain to get out. Just zoom out. So when you first get it out, you get this tray, and on the side is a slip, more warnings, and it goes the generic candy, which is now shaped like a flower, which has been for a while. In the past, you get a little bag about this big, and it's got lots of sweets in it. And then it turned into that pill, which is smaller and less candy, and now it's this flower shape, which I'm pretty sure it's less candy because it might look like the same size, but you got to think of all the little gaps in it and all the dents. So they're saving money by having the candy getting smaller and smaller and smaller, just to sell a toy in a candy shop. Because that's the whole point. If it has a piece of candy, you can sell it in the candy store or food store, and the toy is technically a free gift with the piece of candy. So another thing with these is that they're a pain to get out. Look at all that extra space, Jesus Christ. You think this just come out, right? But no. I guess it's protection, but they protected so much that when I first got it out, I had to rip this thing out. thinking I might actually break the toy. So you gotta have to pull this thing down somehow, like rip this open and pop it out. And that's the easiest way I found to get it out. Of course, there's a tag hole, but just like all the Gaim memories. In fact, it's the exact same peg, battery peg. You pull out so it doesn't. The batteries of the toy doesn't get messed up before it's sold to you. And you can easily peg that thing back in. So let's try the Hibiki one, see if we can get it out just as easily that way. Okay, so I'll say it again. You push these sideways down and then push up so you get the lock seed out. Oh, whoops. Oops. Now, one thing that these do have that the cheapest Gaim memories didn't is a reset button. There is a peg right underneath the screw hole. See right there? That's the reset button. I'm gonna do that now because I accidentally pushed the button. Okay. It's a squidgy button. It's quite good to press. Feels good to press. So, Kuuga, my favourite rider who wants to make everyone smile. The face is very nice. Of course, with all of these, with the wizard, it was a wizard ring sets. It was quite clever because people like to collect helmets of these riders, and the ring sets look like the front from the helmets. So if you can't afford the actual helmet set, you can get the rings, and you feel really happy because you got the thing, the face, the helmet, the front of it anyway. But I guess they didn't want to repeat doing that, because if they did that again, then people might not want to collect them. So they have the rider sort of looking down slightly to the side and sort of giving a different profile, which makes it different from the rings. It makes it definitely different from the faces on the switches. So Kuuga and Hibiki both have the same form of switch, where you push this that way and it'll open the lock. If you watch Gaim, different riders have different switches, and some push up and some push down to open the lock. So on the back there's lots of empty gaps here in the actual lock bit to save on plastic money and such. Very fat piece of toy. Now, because we get the DX versions, that will make a noise, which I guess is fun, because there'll be a power switch at the bottom as well for the DX versions. But if these is just... whoops. Oops. I guess you can do that, like, push the switch while your back of your palm is pushing that button so you can make the noise, so, like I just did. So, flip that open. Now this thing comes down, and you can actually, there's a little clip, so it doesn't swing anything, which is good, because you don't want this thing to fly about. But it's impossible to, it'll never actually get in that place. You gotta push it in place, which is something. Inside the stickers, you got Kuuga's belt, which is awesome. With all that text in the background, it sort of just reminds me of the Gaim memories. In fact, this could easily be a design for one of the Gaim memory stickers. And underneath, because this iconic thumbs up, which is awesome as well, with the Gaim memory sort of thing. The sticker's got this metallic finish to it. It's a metallic sticker. So because there's no LED lights, all the stickers are usually more metallic. And the ones with the LED lights, the stickers are usually flatter and slightly transparent, for the light to shine through. And I'm going to open these up later with a screwdriver to see if you can actually put an LED light in there. I imagine the molding plastic is identical to the other ones, so it should be an easy mod. Here's Hibiki, which he doesn't look as nice because of the way his helmet is designed. There's not really too much sort of transparent or metallic finishing. Masked Rider Hibiki. This one says Masked Rider Kuuga. So, the Kuuga ones look good because it's got a slight metallic red there. But here he's got a really tacky red color here. The metallic purple is nice, and the silver in the front is nice. But this red here, it's very bad. It feels very cheap. You got this belt here, of course, which Well, it's not really his henshin device, so whatever. And underneath you got the metallic sticker of his actual henshin tuning fork. But this red's just really bugging the hell out of me. So let's go for the noise then. Kuuga has more, I think. By the way, tramp stamp right here. So I'll push it this side so you can actually, so the sound, this is where the speakers come out. Okay, after that it resets, so if you want to get to the next two forms. Okay, so when Kuuga henshins, he's got the mighty form sound going on, so nowhere in this lock seed does it actually say mighty form, you just get the transform sound. But you got the dragon form there, so you want Pegasus and Titan. Titan's the last one, so you gotta keep pushing that to cycle through it. So, you know, that's good because if you remember Gaim memories, when you're pushing through the sounds, you sort of kind of cut through the sounds and it's sort of awkward, especially when you get the Candy or Toy versions and you want to get to a specific sound again, you got to listen to all the other ones. If you keep pushing the button, you know, bits of the sound gets in the way. With these guys, they've programmed a short sound piece, in this case, the sound, so when you're pushing through it, you know, it doesn't sound terrible. It makes sort of kind of sense. So, eventually they do make a ultimate Kuuga lock seed. I guess I would pick that up because, you know, it's bloody Kuuga, right? If you got a problem with Kuuga, then you got a problem with your life and whatever. So the Hibiki one is actually, while this red really bothers me, it does have quite a fun factor because Hibiki is after all doing war drums, and his short sound is the drum. Note he also has red button there, not black. I guess this should have used red as well. I don't know what's so it's more obvious maybe. So yeah, like I said, the drum sounds pretty good. So you could do this. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You can like have a little drum solo on a lock seed. Just be like, yeah, let's do some drumming. That's pretty cool. So that's the fun thing with the Hibiki one. So if you like Hibiki, you probably would want to pick this one up just for funsies. Speaking of Hibiki, when I'm gonna do SH Figure Arts, so yeah, subscribe, suggest, and comment below. Let me know what you think of these lock seeds. I might want the DX double lock seed because double is one of my other favorite ones. My favorite ones are Kuuga, double, Decade, Amazon, 3-3, and Black. Those are like my favorite riders. So, you know. And and of course the detective agency for double is going to be back in the Kamen Rider Kaisen movie. So yes. Someone commented if Philip doesn't come back, he's gonna like burn down the set or something. Yeah, it's a joke. So yeah, Philip and Shotaro, like they're like favorite newest riders. So subscribe to just comment below, and of course Happy New Year, and take care and have a nice day. Yep, bye.